Welcome back, everybody. Sive is here with the ForexPeaceArmy.com. Let's take a look again on the Forex market. As you can see, changes actually are anemic here, so we do not have any progress. Probably this is understandable. It's just we do not have a lot of statistics. Releases, shutdown is still in action, and in fact, the situation with the liquidity remains the same. So currently, we could discuss just some minor technical issues that we could find on the lower time frames on the intraday chart performance for trading, but in general situation remains the same. Recent ADP reports, has given us just 4,000 in a positive area of the jobs created in the private sector, which is actually shed no light on really background what's going on until we will not get that payrolls report. And as you can see, reaction, it's almost no reaction was on the market on the statistics. So in fact, what we could do currently, what particular we see. First of all, you can see that in recent two sessions, market has started some reaction on the support area that we have specified in its target also. It's normal because in fact, we also have in place already the pattern. This is the butterfly. And its minimum target stands in the bounce with the 30% pullback of the whole butterfly body. So this is normal reaction of the butterfly, normal target. For overall picture, this minor reaction on the 30% will mean nothing. And from that standpoint of view, since it will not change the overall background, will not make impact on the overall tendency, it will be somewhere in a scale of the market's fluctuations, ordinary volatility that stands on the market. It might be completed. That's the only thing that you could try to trade today. But at the same time, with the performance that I see on the euro currency, on the Great British pound, it's not the performance of the reversal. It's not the way how market usually turns the direction. It's even brighter looks on Great British pound. So recall what we talked about cable. Collapse for the ABCD target. Agreement has been ignored totally. Its market even shown the acceleration down. It's clearly bearish sign. It's not good. Yes, of course, on the Great British pound and on the United Kingdom, we have additional driving factors. Different central bank policy, some turmoil inside of the politics. It's all makes impact, but at the same time, from technical point of view, this is not good. And now, if you keep dropping time frame, you could see what's going on. This type of action, besides take a look, butterfly mostly has been vanished. So no response has happened, butterfly failed. Usually, if butterfly fails, it fails miserably. So it means that market could continue downward action. Next, actually, you could see. And on the hourly chart, just take a look at this. Could you treat this action and suggest that it's some kind of the reversal? Very difficult to call it in this way, right? Especially when you see straightforward action previously. It's no actually necessary features of this performance that could let us to call it as a reversal. It seems mostly some sideways consolidation before probable downside continuation. At least this is definitely not the background that you would like to see when you think about position taking. On the euro currency, it looks a bit different, but at the same time, not so different. Here's what we have. That's the target of the butterfly at 1567 degrees with the previous lows. So from this standpoint of view, yes, probably market could try to retest it. It's complete minimum target. It will not make impact on anything. So it'll be just minor reaction, technical reaction, ordinary stuff. And in fact, if you would like to take the position currently, probably you could try to do this based on this butterfly, suggesting that maybe market will somehow reach this level. But at the same time, you should not forget that overall context here is bearish. We have bearish trend. And that is also the pullback, which tells that the background, the foundation of this pullback is relatively fragile. It's based only on the minimum target of this butterfly. Overall context remains to the downside. And also tricky thing that market stands somewhere between OP and XOP target. And currently, actually, right there, would not have a significant support. So support, as you can see on the daily chart, stands slightly higher. So normally market should try later to keep going and complete the XOP. So on the hourly chart, it's also no signs of clear changing of the tendency. Yes, we see some slowdown, minor divergence that already has been completed, but overall tendency remains the same. Lower lows, lower highs. And currently market stands far from it. So the one thing that you probably could consider, maybe it will help somehow. Well, let's treat it as a kind of the hand and shoulders, right? So if you will see that market will reach this resistance, showing some pullback, in this moment you could think about taking position, because your risk will be slightly below these lows. It will be very small. At the same time, if it will be mining hand shoulders and starts working, market could complete the minimum target of the butterfly around 1550 area, 1550, 1567, somewhere retesting of these broken lows. That's will be the target of this potential pattern. Also keep an eye on other time frames. Maybe you'll get this supportive grabber patterns around. So use everything that you could find to increase your chances on success. In the current situation, I do not see anything else, because you can see that's very slow price action, almost no progress. So that's probably all that we could say now. Let's see what will happen, and see you tomorrow.